Welcome to Pocket Watch. Activism, disability activism, in action, right here in the kitchen. What you see before you today, people, is a learning curve. Now this is me learning how to make a stencil out of my old x-rays. And we all know we've all got a lot of those. So, got online, printed out this. Anything in the dark, you cut out. Anything white, you keep. Dead easy. Did a mock-up, make sure I got my lines and everything where I needed them to be. Then did my main thing, starting to cut it out with a little crafty knife. You can do it with a Stanley knife, whatever you've got. And this will be my stencil, my personalised stencil. How do I know it's personalised? Because it's got my name on it and it's got the picture of my bones on it. So why am I doing this? Because there is a week long of action available to everyone to participate online this week. Starting from today, you can get involved. Now what I'm preparing for here is my physical action, and that is paint the streets. Put our message out there in removable paint on the streets. Well, it's like a chalk paint thing. It'll come off. Don't worry about it. We're not doing graffiti. This will give a visual representation to our message. Now, our message is this. If we don't act now about climate change, if we don't start believing the scientists, and by we, I mean not me, I mean the politicians, the same politicians that have believed the scientists about COVID-19, you can start believing the scientists about climate change, because you know it's here, you can feel it yourself. Your summers are different, your winters are different, your spring doesn't even know it's coming and going. You know the seas are rising. The Pacific nations have been telling you that for years. So, what happens when it does? Well, you won't have food security. You won't have water security. You think toilet paper shortages during this time of COVID-19 was bad? Wait till there's food shortages. Farmers can't grow anything because we haven't prepared for higher temperatures. We haven't built the things required, the massive indoor greenhouses that will be required to grow our food if we don't start cutting the emissions today. Why do we have to cut them today? It's because they will still have an impact on us in 10 years' time. So what we do today, what we put in the atmosphere today, comes down and bites us on the arse in 10 years' time. That's how it works. Don't believe me? Check it out. Check out the science. It's all there. Just Google it. You know how to find stuff. Go check it out if you don't believe what I'm saying. Get onto Extinction Rebellion's website. They'll tell you all about the week-long of actions and our 3 core demands. One of our core demands is we want a citizens' assembly. Why do we want a citizens' assembly? Because we want the citizens to start making decisions about what's happening to the citizens. Because the politicians, money, greed, friendships, careers, where's citizens in that? They're not of the people, for the people, by the people. No, they're for their own asses, for their own careers, for their own dollars. They don't care if we run out of food. Why don't they care? Because they're already storing it up themselves. They've got their own little storage facilities. We don't have one. No, not being a renter. Where am I going to put it? So I can't prepare for the climate change to come that will impact my water and food security. Governments can start to prepare. Governments can cut emissions today. How do I know that? Because we've done it during COVID-19. We cut them overnight. Cars were off the streets. Pollution's gone down. Birds are coming back. Dolphins are coming back in. Goats are coming into towns. Kangaroos are hopping down main streets. Nature likes it. They know it's good for them. We know it's good for us. So, get onto your pollies. Tell them you want them to start believing the scientists. If they can't believe the scientists on this, Why they believe in the scientists on COVID-19? Because they know it's true. Because with COVID-19, it's an immediate impact. It can impact their mums and dads. It can impact them. It can impact their kids. It can impact their partners. Because the virus does not discriminate. Well, my friends, climate change doesn't discriminate either. It'll get each and every one of you. And you'll need more than a little bubble. You're going to need a big bubble to protect you from the elemental forces to come. So, my friends, get online. Support the online week of action that Extinction Rebellion is doing this week. Get out there. If you see Extinction Rebellion signs on the streets, photograph them. Put them on your Facebook pages. Tell your mates to give them all the thumbs up. Yep, start spreading the word. We need the politicians to start believing the scientists about climate change. We know the climate is changing. Let's ask them what we need to do. 1, to halt it. 2, to prepare for it, because what's already happening, we need to prepare now. Last bushfire season, well, that was a doozy, wasn't it? Hey, don't have to ask New South Wales, Victoria, South Australia, Queensland about that, do you? Next bushfire season, it's only a few months away, people. It can be a whole lot worse. And it'll get worse year after year after year. We cannot afford to lose 1 billion wildlife again next season. We need the politicians to have the political will to do something about it. Today, they can change our lives overnight, throwing a heap of legislation with no oversight, no accountability, and no opposition. All that for COVID-19. Well, they can do it for climate as well. See where I'm going with this, people? They can make a difference today. They've made a difference to our lives today. We know they can change our lives overnight. We know all it takes is political will. So let's get on the phone, let's get on the emails, let's tell our politicians we want them to have the political will to 1, deal with climate change now, stop those emissions. 2, start preparing for what's already here. We need food and water security. Our farmers are doing it tough. The environment's doing it tough. Those areas need big help now. We need to stop logging now. So people, don't think you're powerless, because you're not. You're at home, you're in lockdown, you've got the power of the keyboard. Come on, be a keyboard rebel. Get out there on your keyboards and start tapping away. Start telling them what you really want. If you're not sure what you really want, get onto Extinction Rebellion's website. Well, there's 3 core demands. One of them is a Citizens' Assembly. Why do we want a Citizens' Assembly? Because the citizens need to be listened to. Government is only out for themselves. We need the citizens to have control over their own destiny. Politicians, money, greed, careers, their own self-interests. Where does for the people, by the people, of the people come into any of that? It doesn't. Citizens' Assembly does. So, get online, start participating in the week of action. You can do it. It's not going to take a whole lot of your time. Just get involved, get your information, start educating yourself about what's really going on. Thanks for listening, Pocket Watchers. This has been a fun project. It's going to be fun painting the streets. Take care, everyone. Keep safe and